Hi, I'm Jason, and this is the Culture Breakdown. Did anyone actually see this story right now that came out this last week for a Rainbow Six Siege cheater sentenced for swatting Ubisoft Montreal office? Uh, that seems a little bit excessive. I mean, I've heard about people swatting other people, but not the offices themselves. Maybe that has happened and I just missed it. Who knows? The French gamer responsible for the hoax hostage call that evacuated the Ubisoft office in November 2020 was sentenced this week in a Paris court to 3 years of community service. That seems like a very light sentence for calling in a SWAT team on an office building like this, or even just trying to do a swatting call, considering people have been killed from this. I mean, I think at the very least, this should be treated as a terroristic threat, and at worst, it should be treated as a attempted murder, but whatever, or murder if someone actually is killed. So the 3 year sentence included punishment for several other charges related to a DDoS attack on a French government office and against Minecraft developer Mojang. So he goes against the French government and a couple game companies. So this guy seems to have strange priorities, whatever. 22-year-old Yanni, whatever his name is pronounced, I can't pronounce French names, made the false report to police on November 13th, claiming hostages were taken at the Ubisoft office in Montreal. So yeah, a tactical unit arrived to evacuate the building while other people barricaded themselves on the roof and in rooms. So, all right, no one was killed in this. So at least that's a good thing, and that's probably why it was such a light sentence. I'm sure if someone was killed, it would have been a lot more severe. And there are potentials for restitutions from individuals who were involved with this. So just because it was 3 years community service doesn't mean that was the only punishment. But again, I still think this is pretty light considering the severity of this type of crime, or the potential severity of this crime right now. I mean, he did say like, well, I wanted my count back because I put over 1,500 in cosmetic enhancements in my profile. Oh, that's ridiculous. That's okay. Don't do microtransactions, people, or game studios, because people will get mad if you ban them. I mean, yeah, that would suck to put that much money into a character and get it banned. But I mean, if you're cheating or whatever reason they ban it, then yeah, it did say in this article that he would, yeah, he was more than 80 times already banned. So this wasn't a new thing. I guess this was just like one time too many for him. But one of the problems I have with stuff like this is just kind of the solutions to this, because he was using his a PC to actually mask where his calls are coming from and tried to make it seem like it was from a Russian server. And as a result, at least in the US, the FBI is getting more involved because this is kind of an interstate thing. When you have crimes that are spanning state borders, that's when it becomes the FBI's purview in the US. And I don't like the idea that the solution is to give the government more power, or for them to try to expand their power to monitor certain things like this, because obviously you give them an inch, they'll always take 1,000 miles on it. So that's not a good idea. But at the same time, I mean, there is no perfect solution. When you got police or when a call's made to police that's saying there's a hostage situation, they kind of have to respond, because they can't just be like, oh no, it's probably nothing, and then it turns out it is real. So they have to treat everything real, and that's why it's severe to make, or it should be severe to make, a false police report. But again, this is a unique situation because people can do this and feel like they can get away with it. I think the solution honestly is to make it clear, like, well, make examples of people like this where it's like, no, you're going to get caught. Even if you try to mask it, there's going to find a way to catch you or whatever. And when they do, it's a very severe punishment for you. So, because I don't know if these are really crimes of passion per se, where people are just like not thinking about the consequences, they just rashly do it. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't, I don't know. But usually it's crimes of passion. There's really not much of a deterrent to it, like a lot of murders are crimes of passion, so people don't think about the consequences. I think these are a little bit more planned out, and why he tried to use a computer to mask where it's coming from. People put thought into this. So I think if they're putting thought into it, then a deterrent will be more of a factor in preventing them from happening. But I don't know, that's what I think at least. So yeah, I mean, there should be stiffer sentences for stuff like this, and it shouldn't just be a harmless prank call or treated as such in the courts. At least that's what I think. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. And if you like this video, make sure you click the like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay up to date with the latest news. Thank you.